Hello friends, today I want to show you how to make this beautiful and super easy pattern. Let me show you closely. And this is the back side. I think this would go great on summer tops and summer dresses, but you probably wouldn't want to wear a summer dress made of wool. So instead we will do it with this yarn, which is how much? 55% cotton. So yes, let's start doing this. This is a 4-row repeat pattern, but 3 of those rows are 1 by 1 rib stitch. So I told you it's super easy, and let's begin. So friends, start by casting on an even number of stitches, and then in the first row we will do 1 by 1 rib stitch, which means 1 knit, 1 purl, starting with a knit stitch. You start with a knit and then you do 1 purl. One knit, 1 purl, and let's meet at the end of the row. Now I have completed 1 knit, 1 purl, 1 by 1 rib stitch, the entire row, starting with a knit stitch, and now I turn my work around, and row number 2 is the only row where I won't do 1 by 1 rib. What am I going to do here? That's also easy. So the first stitch, I'll just transfer it. I'll take my yarn to the front of my needle. The next 2, 1 purl, 1 knit stitch, I will enter them both and I will purl them together as one. So I have actually decreased 1 here. Now I'll take my yarn and I will wrap it around my needle. Now I will take the next 2. That's my dog. Now this purl and this knit, I will take them together, purl them as one, exit, and I will wrap my yarn around my needle. Purl 2 together, exit as one, and wrap my yarn around my needle. So what I'm doing is I'm decreasing 1 and then increasing 1. When you're purling 2 stitches together, make sure you have the purl in the front and the knit at the back. So this is how you should take 2 stitches together. Take 2 together, purl them together, then wrap the yarn around your needle. So let's finish this row together. Purl 2 together, oops, purl 2 together, exit as one, and wrap the yarn around your needle. Purl the next 2 together, exit, wrap the yarn around. So I have the purl stitch in the front, knit stitch in the back. I purl the 2 together, and then I wrap my yarn around. Purl the 2 together, and I wrap my yarn around. Purl 2 together, and wrap my yarn around. Purl 2 together, wrap my yarn around, purl 2 together, wrap my yarn around, purl 2 together, wrap my yarn around, and purl the last one. So now we turn back. Now we're going to do, as I told you, 1 by 1 rib. How are we going to do that? So the first stitch, we're not going to touch it, we will just transfer it to our right needle. So the stitches that we have increased, we are going to purl them. the knit stitches that were already there, we're going to knit them. So the increased stitches will be purled and the knits will be knit. So if you start correctly, then you'll just do 1 purl, 1 knit, all row, and you should be fine. So as you can see, this is a stitch that we had increased, that we wrapped our yarn around, and this is how it looks. So those ones we are going to purl. And these stitches, these knit stitches, we are going to knit them. The increased ones, we are going to purl. The knit stitch, we are going to knit. So you go on by doing 1 knit and 1 purl. 1 knit, 1 purl, so purl the increased ones, knit the knits, and there's the final stitch, and this is how it should look at this stage. And now, let me show you like this, we turn back. So here again we are going to do 1 by 1 rib again. Up. Okay, so the first one we transfer, and in this row you do as you see. So I see a purl here, I purl. I see a knit here, and I knit. You purl the purls and you knit the knits. And this is row number 4. So only in row number 2 we purled 2 stitches together and then increased by 1, but in all other rows we did 1 by 1 rib stitch. So that's quite an easy pattern, I guess, and I hope you liked it as well. Now when we complete this, so this was row number 4, we are going to do another 1 by 1 rib, which will be row number 1. If you remember, that was how we started. And something that is very practical with this pattern is that it grows quite fast. So if you want to do a dress, this pattern is a good idea. So yes, so this is how it looks like when you complete 4 rows. Now I will do some more lines of this 4 repeat pattern, and then I'll show you how it looks, but it will be something very similar to this. I will meet you soon. So friends, this is how it looks when you complete a couple more rows. Let me show you from close. And this is how it looks at the behind. So this was done by a 4mm needle and this by a 3.5mm. This was with wool and this is with mostly cotton yarn. So please let me know if you like this pattern. Write down in the comments and subscribe to my channel and like the video if you found it useful. I will see you soon. Bye.